And we're back. All right, so back to the
situation
as she stands.
So are you gonna add?
So have you figured out what you're gonna? So think about what question you want to get answered.
Yes. Oh wait, are you adding team or do you want me to?
Well, it's enough for her to add team by just having given
I told her all
narratively.
this stuff
that's
about.
right.
Yeah, that's enough to get her to a
That's
7.
right, I forgot.
All right, so for you to answer,
Yeah.
so what I want to know is when you step out of the hallway and say whatever you. I want to say something that speaks to or puts things kind of in that same topic as whatever it is that you want to ask questions about. You don't have to directly ask that question. I'm not saying you have to literally ask that question. I'm saying,
Oh, that's difficult. Our question is kind of.
well, what's the question?
Yeah. How could I get your character to reveal
To the public or to oversight?
the fact that you're dangerous, that you're you're evil,
You're a threat.
basically. You're a threat.
So, okay, let me think about this for a second.
It used to be nicer,
'Cause-
but it lost some stuff.
What your Zoe?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I need you not to do that in here, okay? All right. Okay. How can I get your character to reveal to
Blank.
blank
Wait. It's
that
basically
you're
what we're
actually a
doing.
threat? Understand that this isn't going to be an answer that it's not necessarily going to be an answer that you can then do right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question, the way you get that, the way I see that question going, or kind of getting the conversation in that right zone,
Mhm.
is to say something like, I guess imply that he's kind of being, I don't know what the right word for this is. He's being chicken about it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being so, like, listen, you're trained to be like one of the best combatants around. Tactically, you're ridiculous. Blah blah blah.
Oh no, I know what I'm gonna say.
And yet you're like sneaking around, like you're trying to make sure you're trying to make sure nobody notices you, like you're some kind of like, street level thug. Why are you playing like? Why are you acting like a nobody? That something like that to get him on the, talk. That'll let me kind of go in the direction that you're aiming for. But I want to hear what that looks like coming from
Wait, I have
Sil.
a player question.
Yeah.
Do we know what the power of the girl is?
No.
Okay.
No. You don't even know. Sil might know. I mean, she could do a reading the files on either one of those two, if she's so inclined.
Okay.
But she could do that now, or how is reading the files?
Been reading the files. You've learned about the superhuman world through your mentor's resources. When you first encounter an important superpowered phenomenon, you recall roll plus superior. On a hit, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. On a 10 plus, ask the GM a follow-up question. They will answer it honestly. On a miss, the situation is well outside your base of knowledge. The GM will tell you why.
You can roll. Wait, what was that last bit?
On a miss, the situation is well outside your base of knowledge. The GM will tell you why.
Right. You can roll for Jabber.
Yeah.
You can't roll for the girl. She doesn't qualify.
Okay. Do I say my thing first?
She is.
Or do I
I'm just telling you.
do it? Okay.
Like, if you're so inclined, you
Then
can't.
don't do it.
You can't roll for the girl because she's not a superpowered threat. She doesn't qualify for the reading the file stuff. Jabber does.
Don't do it on Jabber. He's just a speedster.
You disregard. Like, I feel like you have to play a speedster in the next mass game just because of
I'd
your.
kill myself.
What do you do? As my first action in the game, I'm going to run headlong into a wall. You don't have phasing. Yeah, I know.
Well, either I would try and play the most annoying speedster ever, just to annoy others, or I wouldn't play it.
What I want to do for a speedster, and I'm kind of giving it away a little bit for this, but what I really want to do to make a speedster is not do a legacy the way Harry did it. I want to do a doomed. One of the Doom's power sets is superhuman speed, and I want to do a speedster where the speed is literally killing them.
Like they're turning their time.
Something about it, that aspect of
They
it
lose a little bit of sanity.
is
every
literally
time.
like their power is killing them. Like that's what I would do to make kind of it'd be an interesting speedster.
The second I die, I'd be like, thank God.
It's like, why are you working so hard on this, dude? You have no idea how I want to like get to the end of this thing and have the Doom actually take me. Anyway, so
Okay, do I ask my question thing?
yeah, how are you? What's this look like?
I would never expect the man without a face to actually act like he's lost his identity.
Why would you say that I've lost my identity?
Well, I mean, technically, epigenetic say that.
What are you trying
Well,
to do?
from what I've heard, you used to be very outgoing, but now you just sneaking and pretending like you aren't actually here.
Or high school. Yeah.
I mean, you're hiding behind the identity of high schoolers, and anybody sane would never want to do that again.
I'll admit I haven't enjoyed gym class. It's true.
Hey, me neither. It's fine.
Don't say that. You're not allowed to relate with the bad guys.
How can I? No, everybody relates to that, guys. How can I get you to reveal how to?
Reveal that you are a threat to blank.
Right.
But you are...
Actually,
If you are okay, I want to reassure you. No, that's what I want to do.
Wait.
I want to reassure you that. Hang on, I'm trying to delete this thing. Oh, there's a lot of lines there. It's going to take me a while to clean that up. All right. I want to reassure you that eventually, and you might even say soon, everyone will know what's going on. But honestly, I'm on, thanks to my friend here, a very prescribed timeline. And unless something happens to that timeline, or my friend, I suppose, unless something happens to that timeline, we're going to keep sticking to that metronome. Which is to say, eventually, everyone will know what's really going on, but it's going to be too late by then, I'm afraid, to really do anything about it. So, I'm not hiding. I'm just biding my time. Now,
loser.
I'm just...
I don't say that, but...
I'm just waiting for the right time. It's a tactical thing. You should probably talk about that with your mentor. I think she took
ex-girlfriend.
I think she took a couple of those tactics courses, and hopefully she's been training you at something.
Ex-girlfriend. Oh, sorry, man. I got a bad case.
Did you
of-
I mean, I am surprised, honestly, that she is your mentor based on what I'm seeing. Because I don't think that she would really let you assemble a team like this. If...
excuse me?
I mean...
Ooh, what did you just say?
Don't say anything. You saying things always leads to bad.
I mean...
She needs to become
a loose
chair.
cannon and like a space coward? I mean... It just seems like you could do better.
say the same for you.
Oh, you don't know anything about these folks? Well, okay, Jabber probably, but
Yeah, and he's
I
annoying
mean-
as fuck.
but I mean, come on.
No.
You have one teammate that melted believes and another one that runs or hides every time anything gets scary? That's
I could say the same thing about you. Runs or hides when anything gets scary. Where have you been?
I'm right here.
Yes, hiding from everyone in this school, taking on
Oh,
three
I'm not
high
hiding
schoolers.
from anyone. I'm here a little sightseeing.
You're pushing it.
What do you think he's supposed to do? What do you think I'm supposed to do?
Just kind of like mentally pulling these two back, like, if you do anything right now, you ruin everything.
Why can't I attack the girl?
Because we don't know what the girl is capable of.
It's true.
So?
It's true. Anyway, so now what he's saying, Palacine.
You knew, so what?
No, Palacine.
Oh.
Is him trying to shift your labels. He wants to move your danger down and your freak up, which I think neither one of those can actually move, right?
Danger can go down, freak can't go up.
Right. Which means if you let that stand, nothing will change, but you'll take a condition.
Shoot, that means that you have to immediately act to show that you're freaky.
No, not necessarily. There's lots of different ways you can respond to it. So here's the thing: if you let it stand, you take a condition and just kind of soak it. Okay.
Just do it.
Or
I'll support you later.
you resist his influence and tune him out. That doesn't mean you have to act immediately. It just means that you resist his influence and tune him out.
I do have a +1 against rejecting influence.
Yeah, except he's not actually there.
Wait, don't you also have his...
I mean, he's there, but he's like over in the
but
ship.
don't
and
you
stuff.
also have influence over Alias?
Yeah, and you get that +1 influence does count for the roll. It's the only thing that does, honestly. Now, you don't have a +1 from the guy right now because he's sort of potted up in the ship.
Yeah.
So he's not, like, at your side to be that support puppy. You know? That's why I went with that, with him giving you a bonus to that, because it's like, nobody else in the world loves me, but my dog loves me. And that, if you've had dogs, you know that actually helps sometimes. The dog doesn't care what a trash human you are. They're still going to just love you and lick your face and all this other kind of stuff. And that's kind of how Ligaya is about everything. So that's cool. But for right now, but you still have a +1. You still have the +1, which most people don't generally have because you do have influence over him right now. Which is kind of why he's lashing out at you a little bit. Trust me, I'm going to get to her too in a second.
Wait, to me?
Oh yeah, your danger
Okay.
needs to go up.
Thank you.
Anyway. Well, you wanted your freak to go up. He's moving your danger.
I don't care.
All right, so
Both
freak
of them
up being
help
on.
me.
Okay, so that is an influence thing, and it is if you reject someone's influence, roll. You get to roll +1 on a hit. You successfully hold to yourself and tune them out, and then you can choose stuff off the list. Okay. Alternately, if you fail, then the shift probably continues to happen, so on and so forth. So that'd be you taking a condition. Super, super fun. Come on, dice. That's
6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Very good. So, to reject someone's influence, on a hit, you successfully hold. On 7 and 9, you can choose one. You can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong, which if you want to stay in chair mode, although it seems like he kind of maybe knows that you're there.
Oh, he knows that she's there.
Yeah. Maybe immediately acting to prove them wrong. He's referred to you as a coward and, you know, this freaky alien coward person who just hides and runs away whenever anything bad happens. Or you can shift one label up and one label down, your choice. That you don't have to act to do. Or you can cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. Which is nice to do with adults because they all have influence, so being able to cancel influence is
Important.
pretty sweet. But maybe you're like going, I'm one potential away from leveling and or whatever. He's handing out a level. Did he already try to shift your labels?
I am one potential away from leveling.
You are one
Just
potential away from?
level. Just do it.
Yeah. And I had an idea.
Get like
I
a
like-
giant. Turn yourself into a giant fist and just.
No, that's such a bad idea. Please don't do that.
I would burn
I'm having a
myself.
conversation.
She's in a center of a fire thing, so I would just burn myself.
See, that's exactly the mindset you should be going for. Not doing anything.
Right, but it's to get the potential tick, the tick of potential. You need to
My idea was
immediately to prove them wrong. I am not a coward, and I'm going to
I
prove
like-
it by kicking you in the.
how would you describe it? Cat, give me that.
What?
I need to
Die?
draw. No, I need to draw.
Use a piece of paper. You got paper.
You have a
There's
notebook.
literally paper
This is
everywhere.
yours.
You have a notebook.
Can't draw. This is not gonna look good, but I'll try.
Okay. She's drawing a line. She's drawing. It's,
lot of
it's the same
lines.
line. She's drawing a bug antenna,
Stop trying to
a
guess.
fireball,
Okay,
a
so
crab
it's
claw.
kind of like one of those claw machine things mixed with like a lobster hand.
Okay.
And so I like just turn into that. It's just the arm though. Nothing else. I'm just like a giant arm. And I reach up and I grab, what's his name? Jabber. I pick him up and I throw him against the ground.
Wait, is he still in the fire circle?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
that's
got-
why
he
I'm
can
like
reach
that
over.
big arm. So I can grab him from above and just throw him against the ground.
Repeatedly.
Fake potential and then directly engage. Mark potential. Now, since you mark potential, do you want to take an advance?
What should I do?
You are a loose cannon and not to be trusted. So he wants to move your danger up and your mundane down.
Okay, Jamie. Okay.
While she's looking at this stuff, I'm spinning this over, like all these words land at the same time. So I'm just,
Yes, I know.
and you can go with it or not.
Well, here's the thing: is part of what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do something right before I shift labels? It won't.
Well-
I won't be using any of my labels.
What were you gonna do?
She was gonna comfort and support me.
Because she's afraid and won't attack because she's too afraid of what will happen.
I think we should let this play out.
Yeah, let's just, because she said stuff, he said stuff, all that stuff that he said landed on you guys. And then she's going to attack. Maybe she's going to say something to you saying, these guys are just punks. We can take them. And then admit that, that's your comfort and support attempt, blah, 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 to get rid of the thing. It can flow from that. So
Okay,
So-
well, I'm not.
because
So
whether or
wait,
not
what
you,
is he shifting exactly?
danger up, mundane down.
I'm not.
Oh, actually,
I'm gonna-
danger up's, loose cannon, not to be trusted.
Loose cannon sounds more like a mundane thing.
No, it's definitely danger. You're dangerous.
I mean, like mundane.
As down.
Yeah, but let me see your sheet for a second. Because I think the fact that you're not a planner and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
So-
it would be superior.
Yeah, superior. So danger up, superior down. You can let it go or you can fight it. Up to you.
Well,
Because it does open up the window for you to, remove influence from him. Things like that. Or you can just let it go if you want your danger to go up.
here's the thing.
She does want her danger to go up.
She wants her freak to go
I
up.
want to just go with it, but there's one thing I want to do. But because of what I said earlier about me not doing anything unless I get afraid.
But she is literally, while this is happening in
Okay.
your head, is doing the attacking thing. And then if she says something...
Okay, I'm just gonna let it go then. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
fight
so
it.
move your labels. Shifty. What you looking at?
Well, I was thinking of taking. Which one?
It's so hard to tell when you're doing the characters or when you're just talking.
Yeah, sorry. I don't have a good voice for him, so it's hard to tell the difference.
Not so different after all, which is when you talk about your home role plus freak, and then during the conversation you do all these things, and they all get.
Yeah, I think that's something that's going to come up more when we start to deal more with Joran.
Jordan.
Joran. So that I think that'll be probably a good advance for like maybe next time or something like that. There's a couple other pretty. Can I see? Let me see what the advances are. I mean, someone permanently loses
I'm
it.
just gonna send it to.
I mean, if you want a wicked cool one, someone permanently loses influence over you. Add +1 to a label, so you forever take influence away from Alias. He can't ever get it back, and you get to add 1 to a label. And what that means is you add 1 to a label. You don't have to lower something else. One of your labels just goes up, so your total goes up by 1.
No, that's not a bad thing.
So you could like do that, use it to raise danger, and that gets you to. Did you already roll your attack?
No.
Directly. So you haven't rolled it. So that moves your danger up by 1. Like you could just do that right now and take that as your advance, and your danger goes up by 1, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I think. Plus, it's like you totally permanently forever tune him out, which is pretty wicked. I mean, that's a pretty good one right there.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly rearrange your labels as you choose. Unlocking your moment of truth is fine. But man, for right now, having him permanently lose influence over you is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd go with that one.
Yeah.
So you check that one, and then you raise a stat by 1. One that can actually go up. Danger. What's up, Danger?
Nothing much, but
See, she doesn't get that reference because she hasn't watched Spider-Verse yet.
Yeah.
You need to get you.
But it was still funny nonetheless.
It's one of the songs from there. It's What's Up, Danger? It's the whole soundtrack is so good. So good. All of your dances will be set to Spider-Verse. I'm just predicting it now.
Okay.
For like the next year, you'll be like, everyone will be like, seriously, another Spider-Verse song? And you're like, Sunflower's good, man. Shut up. All right, so you ding. You're surrounded by the MMO glow from leveling up. You temporarily T-pose because the graphics engine is broken. And then you roll danger for directly engage while you try to 6. Is it just a 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she helps me, but she can't right now.
She can't right now. Oh, she helps with directly engage?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I love that. Does anyone want to help?
No.
You can help.
No, that's not my goal.
No, not you. You can help by simply, like, if he tries to get away, you just intensify the flames around him so he can't dodge as easily. And
I mean, I want to help. I just don't know how, but yeah, that makes sense.
That's just like, it's like, you see the move going. It's like, oh no, you're not going anywhere, annoying boy. Stay right in this circle. Hit the target. If you want to spend team on it.
Yeah, sure, I'll spend team on it.
I spent team on it. So that's 2 of the 6 team that have gone away.
Then we have 4.
Oh, sorry.
It's just like...
Alright, so that gets you to a 7. Here is the thing with the directly engage. You've never done a directly engage, probably in your entire existence as a character.
Really?
So, yeah. Directly engage. Roll danger. On a hit, trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7-9, you may pick 1. You can resist or avoid their blows. If you don't do that, then you'll take a hit from them. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I suggest resist or avoid your blows.
Yeah, I mean that way you just don't take a
Yeah.
you don't take a condition, and he does. Okay, so
You don't think I'm dangerous?
Spook, spook. And it's like the Hulk when he grabs Loki. It's like smack, smack,
Yes.
smack, 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 smack. That's how it feels.
Also, do you say anything, to me? It's like,
No.
not you,
Stop
Kat.
being
Obviously,
desperate.
You're useless.
Break the arm.
Stop being so honest.
Whose foot is this?
Cats.
And why don't you just like gently stroke it? You're just like, maybe I'll figure it out like this.
Your turn.
Jamie, this is a great time to
Lauren?
say something to me.
Afraid, insecure.
I'm giving up.
Reveal the nature. Okay.
That hurt me just as
So you smack him a couple times. He's like, ugh. And as he's kind of getting up, he's like, man, I mean, the thing we came for is trash. Can we please get the hell out of here? Or beat the crap out of these punks? Because standing here and letting them do stuff to us, while it sounded great on paper, is not that much fun in practice. What do you say, man?
And then just.
And you hear the girl like, shut up, Jabber. So what were you gonna? You're in the mental thing. You smacked him, and you're gonna do a thing over here in this general direction.
Yeah. So I noticed that Ember
Is holding back in a
she.
in a very non-Ember way. I like that meaningful point. Just
I
here.
keep forgetting what it's called. Oh, okay.
If you just move the mouse every so often, there you go.
Okay.
And so I'm like, this is all mental. Sup, Ember?
It's a mental block.
I'm not sure that this is the time to be having a casual conversation, but
What is up? You are not you.
what do you mean?
Why are you not being you? You're not attacking and going maniac on him.
Why?
That's a good thing in your case.
Cause
And while she's saying this, it's like, we can take them. He's like, ow, 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 ow.
the last time I did that, there were a lot of bad side effects.
Yes, bad side effects are exactly what we need in this
Okay,
situation.
you're
I know. I'm speaking aloud.
Your character is literally working against your player's plan here.
I know. I'm just speaking aloud. That's all.
What are you saying?
Kind of hard to get the big head.
Zoe.
Did you hear her? Those are kind of hard to get off your big head. Thanks, Zoe. You're great. Are you saying, you can, like, what do you...
Zoe, stop. Please.
You can take these guys without anything bad happening, except for to them. Which, that's good for us. Isn't it? This is your chance to prove yourself. And you
Get in there! You can do it! But you have to actually do a comfort and support.
You have to roll.
Now, what's your stat what's your condition that you have right now?
insecure. Oh, well that was a -2 to reject others' influence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that not enough then?
No, it was a mixed success.
Well, yeah, but what did they get up to? Was it a 7?
It was a 7.
Ooh. Crap.
Wait, didn't you roll 10?
Well, we kind of forgot about
Zoe,
that.
please stop shaking the table.
Okay. Okay, so that's way too far back for me to worry about that.
Yeah.
But what else does it affect besides that?
Defend someone. So,
Defend someone and okay. Yeah, reject
so
someone.
I got a 9.
You got Okay, let me walk back through this mentally a little bit. Let the reject stand thing. You got the XP from what?
From her weathering the blow.
Right, from weathering the blow, which was going to happen anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any of that right now. Let's not take a +1 forward against him, though. How about that? Or +1. You had a +1 forward floating around or something like that. Let's not have that happen. Kind of balance things out a little bit. All right. So you rolled. What did you get?
9. Yeah, 9.
Which is still very good. So when you comfort and support, it just doesn't affect you.
Wait, I have a thing. You didn't actually answer my question. Like, you didn't actually give me a direct answer for my question that I asked for Pearson.
If you want me to spell out what he's... Yeah, I did, but I didn't make it super clear. Hang on. He's not going to give you... You didn't ask the question directly. I didn't answer the question directly. I can give you the context of what it meant. Give me just a sec.
I'm reading this just to make sure.
I will give you... No, that's... Listen, I'm giving you the IC answer. I'll give you the interpretation for the answer of what it means in a second.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, you do that first. That's just my thing.
Right, but nothing you can do at this point in time is going to change any of that at this point.
Well, I still want to know.
I know. Well, that's not necessarily true. I guess there is something you can do right now. It's not muted. It's fine. Comfort and support. We're back. We're back on comfort and support. It's not on this page. Shoot. Clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. Is it there?
When you comfort or support someone,
Thank
roll
you.
plus mundane. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or clear condition yourself.
Which doesn't matter. But the thing here is opening up. Like, how do you respond to this thing that opens up to Palestine?
I'm
In the
gonna.
midst of this.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna make eye contact with her, and it's gonna kind of like you know.
I am not going to make the joke about how are you going to make eye contact with either a gigantic claw or a chair.
Well, but it's I mean, she obviously still can see.
I'm just picturing this
You know,
gigantic
I'm
claw.
just
Can I just say
looking-
for a second, a gigantic lobster claw with 2 plastic Google eyes stuck on the side just so you have somebody to make eye contact with?
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at her direction, and she can still see, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know when in a book it describes you see fear in their eyes?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like it drains out, you know?
Oh, nice. Does that feel like the opening up thing?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, you can clear a condition. You guys do a lot more of this, in the middle of contact, in the middle of combat.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do now.
Oh boy. Was it your turn? No.
There's
It
no,
is
there's
now.
It's not turns.
There is a general order.
So, if I'm taking, I took what he did, or I took the label shift.
Yeah, you took the label shift.
And so remember my giant fire hand?
Sure.
So just think of a smaller version of that. And it's gonna... This might be a very bad idea. A really, really...
So we'll be sure to let you know.
This
What?
might...
It's for her. She wanted me to do line art of it so that she could color it later.
Okay.
It's Colin and
I know who it is.
it's just cute, okay? Let it be cute.
Yeah, so this might be a horrible idea, but it's fine.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry, did I break your concentration?
yes. So I'm just gonna look directly at Alias and I'm gonna be like,
It's a foot.
you're right, I am dangerous. And then, you know that the smaller fire hand is going to wrap around the girl's neck and push her against the wall. and hold her against the wall.
Okay.
I'm trying not to like kill her. I'm being very like, because I can control how much heat goes into
Stop
it.
being dangerous and start being smart.
But you're the smart one for a reason.
Yep.
And so, like, it's just supposed to be like, you know, a little bit of pain, but mainly make her scared and.
Yeah. I literally just lowered her superior. So planner is out, gone. Hey, you hold a roll. There's a roll. You have a niche.
I know, and
You have a niche.
they're freaking me over.
No, they're not. This is fine. It's all fine. Right?
How am I freaking you?
Anyway, so listen. So first of all, I think this is going to be a directly engaged. It has to be because you're taking away her ability to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd like to leave. So I'm going to have you roll. You got rid of
Afraid.
and
plus
you're rolling.
3 danger.
What's up, danger? All right. So let's have that roll. Let's have it be a 6.
5. But that's an 8.
See, I wanted a total of a 6. Like 6 total. Possibly a 5 total. That'd be great.
Oh.
All right, so an 8. An 8. We get back over. Let's move away from lobster hands over here.
What is your plus? Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Because I just moved it back up.
Danger went up. Danger.
Stranger things.
When you directly engage a threat, roll danger on a hit trade blows. On a 7-9, pick 1. Take something from them. Resist or avoid their blows. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I'm assuming you're going for taking something from them in the sense of I want to take
Their ability to leave.
Well, it could be frighten the opposition as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but that would also take
Because she
away.
already technically was immobilized in a sense, we think. Not totally
She
sure.
could have walked.
You've changed the environment so they would
but-
have.
Yeah, but you
That
could
would
have
be
it as
stupid.
like.
What you've done is change the environment so that they have to do something to deal with it to get away, but that you haven't taken away their ability to leave. Okay, that's what directly engaged does. If you take something from them, you're either taking away her ability to leave, or you're taking that you're taking her from them. Functionally, you see what I'm saying? You take something from them. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition is fine.
Well, what would it do, like, mechanically? Like, if I did that? What would be, like, a sense of...
Mechanically, they're going to act. I mean, a lot of this is narrative leverage type stuff. So if you're taking something from them, like if they go to leave, she's not going to be able to.
He did say that she is their clock.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's why
that might not be a bad idea.
No. So back to your answer, Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to get you to show people who aren't us that you're actually a threat? Is either mess with their timetable in some fashion so that they have to speed things up or act in some way to right whatever their plan is in some other way. Or, and there's a couple ways that could happen. And I can tell you what they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me see. I want to see what the situation is right now. Alternately, as you say, he just mentioned that she's sort of the timeline. So yeah, taking her away from them also screws them up and is going to cause them to do some things that would theoretically expose them. So let me. So that's your answer. You got to mess. You got to unbalance them in some way. Whether that's messing with what you perceive their plan to be, in a way that it puts them off balance, or Fulcrum,
Okay.
the girl.
Oh, okay.
I've decided what I want my thing to do. Can I say?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Okay.
Yes, Zoe, you can come in if you're... Zoe! Assess the situation. you probably want to assess the situations. Given that information, Kaylee, I think an assess the situation would let me give you the answers that you need
Yeah.
for some of the stuff. Because there's two things here that right here would push them hard. Whatever that happens to be. You know.
Okay.
Um,
Shall assess the situation then with my...
Okay, but what were you going to... No, you can't just yet. So, what's the...
I'm going
Impress, surprise, or frighten, or take something from them?
to take something from them. I'm gonna take her from them. Like,
So you're going to yeet her across the room and back into the... hang on, let me get the map up here. Oh, I need the mouse back.
oh, sorry.
It's okay. I mean, It
You're
was
the
a
one
silly-
who gave it to her.
I know, it's a silly plan, but... All right. So you could, yeet her across the room into the lounge or into the conference room. Something like that.
I'm not gonna leave her unprotected and just without a fire.
I know, but initially you can just flip her. You can yank her across the room. If she's whipped across the room and she takes a condition from that, then that's all stuff that's happening.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold her by the neck against the wall for a couple seconds while I'm staring right at Alias, and then I'm gonna throw her across the room into the briefing room.
'Tis the fingerless fuck you.
Oh, hey, I'm moving the wrong mouse. Yeet. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Oh, wait, that's you. I can't move them with you. Hang on. Yeet. Wait, we'll do it slow motion. Yeet. Yeet.
Have you seen the thing where it's like, Peter Parker's like, well, Mr. Stark, in this world, it's either yeet or be yeeted, and Mr. Stark's like, I'm begging you to stop.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, I'll try and find
But
it
it's
again later.
beautiful.
It's so funny.
Okay.
It's either yeet or be yeeted. That's all I have left.
Those eyes are so scary when they're skin color.
Shh. 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 Shush. I'm working on it, okay?
Let me just look at
I'm
what
making
we
her a
can-
blank canvas. I'm watching the colors unfold. Oh, did I make you laugh?
That was so stupid.
I am very stupid. Yes?
Last time I saw you doing that picture, I was watching you draw on the lines, and now I'm looking at you coloring it.
Cool.
Can you go under the table, please, Kaylee, and figure out what's going on with the dog?
Under the table. Yes, I can do that. I can go under the table.
Or do whatever you need to do. That might be your dad,
It's only 6'9".
I know.
6'20".
or mom, or whoever. Plead for mercy. Bless him.
Read it up.
Eat up. Eat up.
All right. Okay. All right, so she's literally flying across the room, and do you already have angry?
Yes.
Super. Let me see your sheet, please.
I just wanted to go outside.
Okay.
pool
Can I have the
party.
caramel this time?
There is no caramel.
There are mini pans.
No, those are for the littles.
I'm
How
sorry,
many? What did
Aiden.
you? No,
There are 3.
yeah, but they're for at least 2 of them for the littles. They haven't had it yet. You can split that, I guess, if you want.
I don't really care that much. Alright, and half is just here and then in thirds.
Well, who didn't really care that much? Well, then you just cut in half. No. After supper. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. I'm the worst. Okay, so...
Got this.
Okay, literally as she's flying across the room, she says in a perfectly conversational tone, Plan B. Actually says, like, all right, Plan B. And she doesn't even so much throw as just kind of flip this thing off of her belt.
Is she a smart person?
Sure.
And she just kind of tunk, 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 tunk. And it...
Is she like basically either what's her face or Alicia or Leo? Because like
He's not gonna answer that.
just this is a group of the most annoying superheroes.
They're all superheroes are annoying. That's...
Also, they aren't
but, like-
superheroes.
all metahumans.
But,
Anyway,
like
okay, so she is...
Currently being
Conversation
defeated.
is probably going to come to a stop at this point. But she is flipping out as she's flying across the room. Kind of lands in the training pit a little bit. I'm going to have you... You can pick what condition you take. It doesn't really matter. But the blast of this kind of gets you. Syl, I'm going to have you take a powerful blow.
alright, so I'm gonna take guilty then.
Because she's doing like a sonic grenade that she specifically picked out for throwing with you guys. And
I'm gonna say guilty.
you take guilty. That makes sense. Because she's like, it goes tick, tick, and you're like, oh crap, grenade. And it's not a big get behind something kind of grenade that you can deal with. You got how many conditions? Just the one? Roll that one.
Oh shit, that was an accident.
All right.
It was a 1.
Yeah,
Now
probably
it's a
should have kept
6.
You probably was. What was that? What did you end up with? 12?
11.
11? All right.
12.
All right. So, but this is awesome.
Just take it.
This is awesome. What'd you end up with?
Or
Hey, Dad. Where's that purple book?
You don't need the purple book. You've got it written on your sheet.
I don't though.
I do.
Oh,
I have it written
never
down.
mind.
Wait, I'm confused. What's happening?
Okay, so hang on. So they take a powerful blow. She takes a 10 or above. One of the options is you must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, whatever. All right? So,
Is that my only option?
no, but that's the option that activates the thing that you want.
Okay.
Yes? All right, so if you guys look on the pan, let's get this up here. We'll do silhouette. And I will click on I can do this all day, which is right down here. Oops, whoop, scrolled the wrong way. I can do this someday. If something happens...
Someday.
I can do this all day. If something happens that would take you out, lower savior and raise something else to stay in the fight.
All right.
So
I'm going
she
to...
takes her powerful blow. She chooses take me out of the fight, and then she says, "Oh wait, actually, what's going to happen is my savior goes down and something else goes
So
up."
basically, she like hits the wall. She almost passes out, and is
And you're like,
oh. She's just like no, and opens her eyes again, and is like, nope,
She's Spider-Man's.
Not today.
She Captain America's. She's Spider-Man's. She gets back up.
I do everything. I'm gonna lower my savior and bring up my
to me it would make sense.
danger. Because I'm
dangerous.
dangerous.
Ha, you're dangerous. Excuse me.
I just hope you guys don't have to defend
as a
each other because
person,
your
it's
savior
more
is like,
dangerous
wah,
than
wah, 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 wah. All right, so you have smacked up Speedster Boy. He's not happy. He wants to leave. You've yeeted the girl
Now
across
who's
the room.
coward?
One thing, guys, may I mention that as we go into fight, someone needs to keep tabs on Alias. Just saying.
What do you think my
Duh.
job is? You think I'm just gonna sit here and watch?
Just making sure. Just making sure.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left before we got to wrap this up, so we're going to be rolling. Now, sometimes these things get very complicated, so we had a short session with a lot of stuff happening. A lot has happened in a very small period of time. So.
Wait, what happened to Riptide? Because you said he would.
You dropped him off.
Small
in
problem
the
with that.
ocean.
He has no bloody idea where your base is.
Oh right.
Yeah. That doesn't mean he won't get here because he cheats, but
We'll figure it out,
Maybe
okay?
he cheats.
Stop worrying about your boyfriend.
he has ways of.
Not.
But
Yeah.
we don't want other people.
My boyfriend might be
Yeah.
dead. I'm not freaking out about it.
He
You guys actually never technically.
he has ways of being able to figure out where you are, but he's not necessarily
He
wanting.
listens to the ocean.
No, no, he has.
Moana's it.
What's that?
Like coming to verb now.
When did
There's a
he
bad
do
joke.
it?
He Moana's me.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
No,
Please no.
so terrible, right? It's pretty bad.
It's not even a joke. It's just horrible. Stop stroking my leg with your foot.
Okay, so
Guys, we need to focus.
Yes.
the you guys are the worst.
The what?
Fulcrum, the girl,
Okay.
taking her away from them would mess things up.
I call
Absolutely destroying the server stuff that Palestine needed out of the wall would also do it, because probably what he wants here is integral to that. So if you utterly destroy that stuff so he knows he can't get it, he's going to have to improvise.
I can be in charge of that.
Can
but
you do
either,
that for me?
But either one of those things would do it.
So let's just do both. In case one fails, you know.
I
Feel
mean,
safe.
the downside of destroying all the server stuff is then you don't get, you give up the ability to get those clues that might be in there, but
Okay,
you
wait.
know that he can't get it, so it's going to screw him
I
up.
have a question. How can we get rid of her without killing her? Like, is there a
You
way?
can capture her. Just get her, like, you need to drive them off and keep her from getting out.
Okay.
So
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go
Sleepy
to sleep.
time. Night, night.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap. We're gonna basically pause right here because we have to. Zoe, I need you to close the door. Zoe, I need you to close the door. Thank you. All right, what's the problem? Did you do something to the picture? I don't know.
Me.
What'd you do? I don't.
It looks like
Oh,
it's perfect.
and then it's like not perfect. The opposite of perfect. All right, very nice.
So it's you.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are not.
For saying I
What?
look perfect on the outside. This
Wow.
is the biggest compliment I've ever had.
Suddenly you have to lash out at people. What is your deal?
Actually, she said I look perfect when people first look at me, and that's the biggest compliment I've ever had. So I feel.
Oh, I definitely didn't say that.
Okay, so I'm glad you think you're funny. You're going to be really angry with yourself in like 2 days, going, "Oh my
I
God,
know.
Jamie's never going to talk to me again."
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
not.
that- I
Ew,
know that
get
she'll
away
talk
from
to
me.
I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
like, I
You
feel like I'm
nasty.
drunk.
All right, so
Future me, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person.
Since-
I know it.
since we're in the middle of, like, literally in the middle of things, and we had a short session, I'm not going to do the end of session move stuff. Okay?
Okay.
But we
And
didn't
a
do that
waterman's
last time
got
either.
in.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a huge struggle with it,
Big
for me
struggle.
at least.
Yeah. So, no.
You put it on me, sorry.
No, okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll just pause here. Like this is sort of almost.
Part 1.
Let me think about this for a second,
8.
because we're literally in the middle of the fight. I feel like this is a weird time to like take stock and
Yeah.
go, do you feel closer to the team, farther away from the team, or more into your own image? Like this is
Yeah.
something that happens like when you can go, okay, here's where things are at right now. I think, or are we one of those superhero shows where you literally see people's relationships changing in the middle of a fight?
I mean, that kind of feels more. because we have been doing like comfort and support and like let me shift
That's
the
true.
labels in the middle of a fight.
All right, real quickly then. Palisade, closer to your team, further away from the team, or more into your own image of yourself?
Closer to the team.
Who? I had somebody do this one time. I was like, closer to team, more into, blah, blah, blah. Closer to team. Who? More into the image of myself, I guess. Like, it was like, because it was like, I have no answer to that.
Okay.
You can't eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, either way would work.
Work for what?
Well, I can see because like we interacted, but then again, like
Ember, I think.
Yeah. Because you actually had a role pointed that way with
Yeah.
her. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Okay, so influence to Ember. Ember, you get to shift labels. You can add potential or clear condition. Clearing, what are you clearing?
Insecure. I have
Nice.
no condition.
No
Gimme,
conditions.
gimme. Yay.
Deciding whether to take like clear condition or XP is kind of like the thing with Cyrun where it's like, do I want to get an answer or do I want to like control my powers? Like it's those hard choices are a lot of fun for me. Silhouette. More into an image of yourself, closer to the team, further away from the team.
You always say further away from the team faster than all the other ones because you don't want it to even be an
Well, it
option.
can be if you want it to be.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about. Because, like,
Why? I don't get it.
I mean, I just, like, I don't think that she, like,
Might
got
be-
closer to the team or...
It might just be
further
more
away.
into the image of yourself then.
Well, I don't think that she's further in her own image of herself either.
I mean, you're finally facing off against
No,
this
I
big
don't know.
scary guy.
I'm not
You
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
raised up your danger, which you've often seen yourself as like a dangerous person that you shifted into that. Now you're at danger 3, right?
And you got back up. Like I definitely
You,
feel like
you finally got to use that get back up move. I feel like you're like fully realizing all of your silhouette stuff all at once, which is kind of nice, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, and that just, what it does is let you shift one label up and one label down,
Yeah, sure.
which lets you kind of hone that stuff. I mean,
Fine.
it's
Alright,
better
I'll
th-
do it. Fine.
Okay.
Stop pressuring me.
well, I'm
Switch more
thinking about it
things.
in contrast to the other one, which is just I take
I'm
influence
going
away from
to.
somebody, which seems kind of weird. I
Boring?
don't know. I don't think. Well, it's not that it's boring. It's interesting when there's a reason for it, but I don't know that you've got a reason to take influence away from your teammates.
Yeah,
at this
no.
point.
So,
All right,
stop.
I actually have
she's fine. She's fine. You actually have
a question.
yes.
So I'm definitely moving Freak down. Sorry, but like I just feel like yeah, you shapeshifted, but we've seen you do that by now. I want
And also, she didn't use freak to do it, so.
yeah, I want to either move Danger up because she definitely
Brr.
or Savior up because in Ember's mind
Danger.
it's
Don't be so bossy.
I'm not. I'm putting in my opinion.
because when I first was thinking of Savior, how I thought of it was because because Ember was really stuck on because I've been afraid the last ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
And she just took that away and she saved me from a bad. It wasn't specifically let me catch you when you're falling, but it was like a so I don't really know one of the two, but
I would go with Danger because the thing is, it's definitely like her supporting you, and that's totally the mundane. I would go with the Danger thing because it's, for one thing, it's more notable right now from her. The fact because it's very much everyone knows that she's like a comfort and support engine.
yeah.
The grabbing somebody and hulking them against the floor repeatedly, that's a new and exciting facet. So I would go with that. But what do you lower then?
I'm lowering Freak.
All right,
That's why she was erasing.
Freak down,
so I
Danger
said
up.
that.
sounds good. What are you changing? Silhouette.
I don't know.
Willow. Will o' the Wisp. Will o' the Wisp. Something down, something up. Something borrowed, something
I know.
blue. You guys' stats changed a lot this time. There was a lot of 6s too. Even from Captain 10 over here. That would be you.
Of course. It's
Don't like no.
Okay. Well.
That's the doorbell. What are you gonna do?
Wait.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
No, I meant you. What are you gonna do?
I am gonna do closer to the team.
Okay.
It could be Palestine, but
Go ahead. Let them in. Tell her we'll be out in a sec. I would go.
I think I'm gonna go Palestine.
All right. So she can shift your labels, but we can work it out in chats. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you can either clear a condition or give yourself potential. And that's it. I'm going to wrap this up and hit stop so that we can... No, we can talk about it after. I'm going to stop recording because otherwise it's going to be a whole bunch of chaos and stuff. Cool?
Yeah.